What are you doing? What are you doing? You're watching this friggin' Rick Beato, Rick Stick Beato, Sticky Ricky. What's he talking about? He's talking to some nerd. What?
And glue that we did with Butch. There was
Whoa!
like bridge part of that song.
The
And
bridge?
I remember he put his grease pen on it.
Yeah, right. You know, we don't want to get copyrighted, but you can see if you read the caption. I'm going to talk loud. This is the guy who edited it. This is the band. This is the guy who edited it. But they're talking about how the song In Bloom. This is Kirsten Dunst. This is the chick who played Mary Jane in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, Kirsten Dunst. And so here's what happens. So here we go. Are we a prog rock band? Maybe you should have, and you're saying we're going to cut his own life a little bit shorter. And we're like, what is this? What is this? I don't want this. But we're not going to get this. We don't need this. I don't want that. I want the clip again. Where's my clip? I want the clip that we have at home. That's what you're saying. No, so before we touch on this whole prog rock thing, because maybe they should have been a prog rock band. That's what I was saying originally. Friggin' Vic Bug. Butch Vig Rames, movie star, I think. I don't know, I'm not a freaking old person. Anyways, Dark Prince, Wicked Prince of Destiny, Dark Prince of rock and roll himself. The black man, the 190 IQ Jew, coming straight at you. What's happening? How are we doing, party people? Anyways, so, friggin' Mr. Novoselic. Yeah, so what is the point of this video? Maybe you should have been a prog rock band. No, it's this idea that, like, oh, yeah, it's exactly, don't overthink everything. Also, don't put people on too much of a pedestal. These guys, sure, they did great, but, like, they did great stuff. But they also were just guys who got in a room who were just doing stuff, right? And that's the thing. Don't think that you're not worthy, you can't make art, or if you're just a fan of rock, oh, there'll be no more great bands like that. Where did they go? Nothing has changed about the people. It's just, are the people getting together and are you finding out about them? And if you can't find out about them when they're starting to get good, then what's to say they're going to keep going on getting good if they get no positive reinforcement, you know, and they go deeper and deeper into debt. And it's just like, well, how can I do this? How can I live my life? If only there was an independent rock TV show on YouTube that I could go on that has a bunch of viewers and I could blow up my band when I'm starting out. I could get a little big break. And then maybe I could, if I do well, I could talk to the guest on the show, on this big show, who might be like a band that's on tour. Oh my God, that'd be great, and I could blow up my career. And then I guess I get better. I can come back on the show, and you can see me again, lovely people at home, right? And so, like, okay, but that's my TV show thing that I want to do eventually. But here's the whole thing. There's no reason that rock is dead. Where's rock? Yada, yada, yada. It's not. People go, well, rock's not dead. There are lots of bands. Yeah, they all kind of suck. And even if they don't suck, I don't know about them. And so, like, as a thing that's actively happening, where everyone who wants to know about it knows it. 48% of Americans, one of their favorite genres is rock. Why? You see the thing? If half of the American country, their favorite genre is rock, well then isn't there more rock? Why aren't we all hanging out and going to shows together and doing stuff? Watch Ticketmaster, it's the prices. It's because there's no mechanism through which the rock bands can make money, get positive reinforcement, say, maybe this is a real career. Mom, I'm going to go be in a rock band, I'm going to get a ton of money. Because now it's like, I'm going to go to what? Is anyone coming to my show? No, because they're all at home on TikTok. Why would they come to your show? Well, if they loved you, and they've been hanging out with you on the internet all the time and doing stuff in a way that isn't just, here's the trick. You can't just be swiping on friggin' bands on Instagram, and because the bands haven't gotten good yet, first of all, but also because it's a 10-second thing. Unless they can, you happen to follow them, and then you happen to watch something longer that they've done, like a 20-minute video, or interviews and stuff, and then you start to like the band, well then maybe there's something, and then now they can actually develop and build an audience and come join our Patreon, and they can do that whole thing. But the whole thing is, that's too shallow, and they don't develop into actually good artists with a kind of a style and a sound. They all sound like a copy of some famous band, or, it's a budget version of Nirvana. We sound like Nirvana, but budget. And I'm not hating on it. Go listen to a couple of my early songs of my band. is like early early Arctic Monkeys. My band's called Black Licorice. Our earlier songs sound, I was like, I want to do a song that sounds like Arctic Monkeys. I want to do it like, and then like, so it does. And there's nothing knocking that. But you got to develop. And so you got to have, a back and forth with the audience and try new things and, and say, well, what if I do a thing that's a little bit like Sabbath here and a little thing that's like Arctic Monkeys here, and this thing would be like a friggin' Strokes thing, and then, well, that thing kind of sounds like Blur, and then what if the bass sounds like, and like, all these things mix together, and then eventually you come at it with your own thing, and now it's like, oh, it's its own thing. These guys are just people. This is not a god. You see a god? This is not a god. Look at his reciting airline. He's reciting airline. Freaking male pattern baldness. Whatever happened to female pattern baldness? Okay, Will Smith's wife. Now, here we go. Get my wife's name out your mouth. Now, this is not a god. This is a mere mortal. This is a man mortal. Am I pointing at him? This is a man mortal. This is not a god. It's a man mortal. It's a muggle. It's a mudblood. Freaking Harry Potter kind of looking. He looks like a guy who would be cleaning Harry's dorm at Hogwarts. He looks like he's the hog that gave him the warts. I'm just kidding, Mr. Kirsten Dunst. Nova Cella. This is a regular guy, so it's like why is rock on? But also, if you're an artist, like it's that process. It's you start making, you start connecting with people, and you learn and you grow. And then I would say the best thing is meet other people doing what you're doing, preferably people who can actually like help you. I don't know. I can't put on the pulpit. Like what do I got? Oh, you like subscribers on YouTube. Like I got YouTube subscribers. I know everything to do. I'm going to tell you everything to do. No, but like. This guy's not a guy. Make your art. Make your stuff. And it can be good. And so here they're talking about how, like, we just made this song in Bloom, and we were listening to it in the studio, and the producer was like, hey, what if we just, like, completely erased, like, 50 seconds of the song, entire parts, just get rid of it? And they're like, sure, let's do that. That's cool. And then they did. You can just do stuff. You can just have a band. You can just go and do whatever you want. Like, this is not... friggin', it's like, well, I don't know how to mix, I don't know how to record. It's like, you can Google it. You can mess up and then say, why is it bad? And then bring it to someone who's done it before. Or you can Google someone in your area who has a recording studio or mixes or masters and who's really cheap. And then you can listen to their stuff and say, some of that sounds good. And then you can be like, hey, let me record a song with you. Pay whatever, a couple $100. I did that with my band originally. And then eventually I was like, wait a minute, just pay me I'm going to pay you $100. Tell me how to do this. Would you be down? And then he was. And he was really great. And he taught me a lot of stuff. And so now, like, I'm at the point where I can just, like, record the music myself. The only thing I don't know how to do is mix my voice and make it sound good. And that's actually the most make or break thing on a song sounding good is the vocal working. Does it sound good? And as someone who's listened to, I'll probably make a video on this, I listened to like 1,000 bands in Austin, Texas. I just moved to Austin, Texas. So I said, okay, let me figure out the rock scene. I go friggin' Spotify, playlist with 1,000 songs, Austin Rock, ATX Rock, that's the initials for Austin, Texas, ATX! Like a friggin' cheerleader, no, but it's ATX, whatever, friggin' ATX. We love Tex-Mex. Hablamos español. Hey, what's happening? Learning Spanish. That's not part of the video, but it's not important to the video. It is part of the video because you gotta kind of open up. Gotta tell you some things. Oh no, it's like I learned how to do that. So I went through 1,000 bands, and this is a quick tangent. I went through 1,000 bands, and the make or break thing is always the vocals. And it's just like, just do another take because if you hear the melody of the song is good, it's like just like if it takes you, you can get everything done in like a day. But if the vocals aren't clicking, spend a month on it and keep working on it until the vocals do. Or go work on something else, get that good, then come back to this. The vocals is the thing that needs time, right? Anyways, but yes, that's the whole thing. And so like, you can do anything you want. These guys are just doing what they wanted. Like they cut a whole part of that thing, and now it ends up being the iconic album. But at the time, they're not thinking this is going to be one of the most iconic albums ever. And that, friggin' Baby hanging out with his dongle schlongle and a friggin' dollar bill, and then someday friggin' Ricky Sticky Beato is gonna be friggin' interviewing me. I'm going to be for Atlanta with Rick Beato with the mic stands. With Rick Beato with the mic stands. My favorite group, Rick Beato with the mic stands. Ricky Sticky is going to be interviewing me. I can't wait to do that. That's not what they're thinking. It's not what they're freaking thinking. They're thinking, like, I'm going to make a great record. It's going to be freaking boom. It's going to be the bees shiznit. It's going to be the knees of bees. Bees knees, my G's. You guys like my green light? I like my green light. I know. I was so happy when I got that set up. Anyways, oh wait, this is a great example. Look at this. There's a light here. There's a TV here. I just moved into this freaking place and I'm renting with my brother, my roommate. Light there. Green light there. I got these on Amazon. I probably spent maybe $100 on all these lights. That's my phone. I already bought my phone. I had my phone. Let's see if it's still recording. 1, 2. Oh my God, we're still recording. Thank the Lord. That was like used guitar from the 60s. Cost a couple $100. Bought it a while ago. That's a Line 6 Spider. You can't see it. It's not in the frame. If you ever want to pick it up, it's a big amp. It can do a lot of things. It's good for gigging when you don't have, crazy setup going. But it's like all this, like, I just did this. I'm just doing this right now. This video's going on the internet. How long have you been working on this freaking YouTube thing? I probably spent a couple months of like real serious dedicated time. Maybe like 6 months of like daily like uploads and going really good on stuff and being really consistent. And so that's something true, right? But no, I only spent like 6 months like really going hard on YouTube, day-to-day consistent. And it's like, how many times did I experiment with things and try new stuff? It's like, honestly, not enough. The first time I had something really go well was maybe like December where I made freaking Rick Beato. Rick Beato was wrong. Rick Beato. I made that video and then that did well. I was like, oh God, I gotta watch the freaking Anthony Fantano thing. I'm gonna be up all night. I'm in the dungeon here in Austin, Texas. How am I supposed to do this? I'm sweating in my outfit. I wanted the brown pants. We got created Peter Griffin fit. Hey Lois, hey Peter. Hey Peter. Not Peter. Peter. Hey Peter. Hey Peter. Hey. Oh hi Peter. Oh hi Peter. No, it's true. I can't do it. Cleveland. My name is Cleveland Brown, and I'm proud to be back here in my hometown with my own family. It's all friends and new friends and even back. Through good times and bad times, it's true love share. Now I found a place where everyone can know my happy mustache face. This is the Cleveland Show. I watched way too much of the Cleveland Show in middle school. That's a fact. You will take that to the bank and cash that. Woo! No, but I watched a lot of the freaking Cleveland Show. And I'm really excited about the Cleveland Show. It's got me hyped up. I'm so happy to spend time with you. Rock and roll is about energy. It's about power. It's about that whole thing. Go watch the last video about friggin' Rick Rubin. Friggin' Chili Peppers with Flea with Anthony Kiedis. I friggin' mobbed Keely Buriti. Boom. But rock's about power. It's about excitement. It's about energy. There's the whole like physics of like friggin' But the whole point is, you fired up. You get fired up about thinking like, dude, I can just sit there and do something. Like I struggled on YouTube for like 6 months straight. Like I think probably like last year, I was like freaking out, having a friggin' 1/5 of a life crisis. Hopefully I live infinite years. So an infinity, infinitesimal life crisis. Every like week I have a friggin' mental. That's the thing. I'm a 190 IQ Jew. So that's a detrimental combo. But also, it's the greatest combo ever. Because, do I always improve? Yes, because I'm smart. That means I always find things that could be better. And if I really know something should be better, I can't get away from it. I can't make up an excuse. Because my brain's like, no, those excuses are BS. Like, make your life better. Do your things you want to do. And by better, I don't mean I got my nice job that makes me all this money and whatever. It's like, no, what do you want to do with your life? It's like, what things freak you out? What things do you really love? Okay, how do you do less of the stuff you don't like and more of the stuff you do like? And how do you do that stuff in a way that you like it even more? And how do you do that stuff that you don't like, if you have to do some of it, in stuff that you like more? And in the way that you like more, it's like, oh, this stuff is like, oh, geez, Rick. Oh, geez, Rick. Oh, Morty. I need Rick and Morty. Freaking thick as freaking Rick. Get the freaking, gotta get the muscle, gotta get to the thing, get the bicep. Gotta get it all, gotta get it, gotta do that, gotta get the whole thing going, you know. It's very important for you, it's a very good thing to do when you're doing things. It's very Arnold Schwarzenegger voice. How are you gonna freaking sticky Rick and Morty? I just burped. No, you can just do things. These guys are just people, they're not a guy. And that was the whole point, is like Rick is a guy like you. Or, you're a freaking gal. Thank you, gal. I appreciate you. By the way, if I'm talking to the gal right now, if I'm talking to the homies, the boys, the bros, the guys, the dudes, the friggin' hello, of course. But if I'm talking to the gal, sisters, sister, I appreciate you, but also you is the important reason I'm sounding you out, gal. I'm talking to you, gal. Guys, you already heard. They're just guys, but gal, Ricky Sticky friggin' Bilatro Beato is just a person. Like a dude. He's just like an individual. He's like a random person. Now he's Rick Bilatro. Friggin' Sticky Beto. Richard. Friggin' Richard over here talking with mustachio, male pattern, friggin', look at that friggin' silver fox. Look at that shirt. I should have a shirt like that and then burn it. Give the ashes to a friggin' shirt factory and say, remake this shirt from the ashes, like a phoenix. And it rises up. And that would be really beautiful. But the whole point is to say, like, look at this. This is what this guy looks like now. Do you think he's a god? Does this look like a god? No, this does not look like a god. Look at a great guy, but he looks like, let's see the comments. Can I put comments in the El Televisor? Let's, vamos a encontrar, I want to pause the video. Pause the video. Okay, look at this. I got this. I'm freaking superhuman. No! Oh my god! Here we go. Super thanks! Super! Bro, look at this. He is the guy mowing his lawn across the street that you sometimes see at PTA events, and someone says he used to be in a band when he was younger. And this is the thing. I would love to know, who knew someone like Nirvana would grow up to look like Dr. Phil? Let's do another one. No one will believe that Christie's a legend, who was a part of the movement behind music. The reason folk songs don't have bridges is that the peasants died building them. Man, Chris looks like his own grandpa. Grandpappy over here ain't a god, is he? No. I don't think so. He looks like a retired cop. Butch Viggs is a freaking ingenious friggin' individual here. Let's see what's happening with Christopher. I didn't get my steps in today, and I drink a lot of coffee, so that's why I'm prancing. Call this one the Alex the Lion. Get the light, get the shadows. Light, get the shadows. Oh, I should do a freaking Sam Sulek with the shadow. It's Alex the Lion. That'd be funny. Funny. Are you getting it? Are you getting it, party people? I know I say this a lot. I say this to you. I say this many times. Whatever the thing is you want to do, just do it. There's not a God. If you want rock to come back, and here's the thing, if you're a rock fan, and if you have a band, you're definitely a fan as well, right? You don't make art you don't want, right? And if you are, just stop doing that. Or get better taste and start liking rock music. Now, so, here's the thing. I am at the and show. Peter. Oh, Lois. Hey, Mom. Oh, Chris. No, I can't do it, Chris. Oh, hey, Chris. Hey, Chris. I want to be with you. Was it Sponge Bath? steady. I can't do it steady. Brian. 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 Hey, Peter. I can't do a Brian. I can do a Joe. I can do a, hey, Peter. Hey, Peter. Peter Beato Eater. Freaking Ricky Beatlo over here. I know I gotta lean out. You seen that definition? Okay, my little grunge hombres. I got a phone call. I put it on Do Not Disturb. It didn't interrupt the video, but then I clicked the button and I ended the video like a silly little Billy. I was talking about my freaking Peter Griffin impression, which is not important, but if you're a rock fan, follow here. Okay, I'm launching a TV show thing. Once I get to a certain number of subscribers, I'm going to launch the TV show thing. And once I've made enough friends here, basically I need bands in Austin where we can basically sell out like a 200 to 300 ticket, show. And then we're going to do this live rock TV show thing that's going to be super fun and great. And it's going to become a big way for people to like blow up their careers. And it's going to, it's going to be like the new MTV. It's going to be like SNL meets MTV meets freaking Woodstock 97. That's the whole thing. I was talking about the bicep and the tricep. Doesn't matter. It matters to me. No one can see. Nothing really matters. Tell me. Anyways, subscribe. Oh no, yeah, for the show. Yeah, I'm gonna do the show thing. So subscribe. If you're in Austin, hit me up. If you want to play show, you want to be on the first season of the TV show. We're gonna do a 12-episode season. Friggin' 12 episode. Each episode, we're gonna have a main band who probably comes on and does a half-hour set. Then we're gonna have them come to the side of the stage and sit down with the host and us, say, hey, how's it going? Maybe do an icebreaker, a little fun game, a little Jimmy Fallon, heads up, 7-up, ah! And a little ring around the rosy, a little twister. And then we're gonna go friggin' have a comedian come up, do like a minute or two, and do a little couple stuff, like a famous comedian. And then they're gonna come and join us, so we got some chemistry going along, and so their fans get exposed to their fans, get exposed the comedians' fans get to see, these people's fans, these people get to see these people. And then we'll have some freaking influencer hop on the panel. Maybe it's a fitness person, because I like fitness people and fitness stuff. Maybe it'll be a friggin' philosopher or something. I don't know. Philosopher. What philosophers are there? I don't know. More like philosopher. What's an ossifer? I don't know. Ossifer. A ballet knower. Mate. Oi. Who the fuck's Arctic monkeys? That's my Britain. This is my Britain. I can't really talk like that. It's not that. I don't really want to talk like that. It's not probably not like, it's probably it's probably dingy. Don't know how to say British words like that, but that's okay, because I got the transcontinental accent. We can talk like this. We can say, well, gosh, that is swell. Golly, thanks for thinking of me. Jeeves back there. I used to be clean shaven. I'd walk around like this and have an Alaskan on, and people would go, hey, you look like Patrick Bateman from that movie, American Psychotic. And it's like, do you like Huey Lewis and the News? And I do like Huey Lewis and the News. As if to be square, got too tired of living, yeah. And I'm born around, gonna tell much for punishment. I had to learn. And yes, I cut my head. You're nothing crazy. Something's going on around here. Is it to be square? Is it to be square? Freaking do the whole sax solo, doing all the harmonies for freaking Hindu Square. Is it to be square? Why was I talking about that? Oh, subscribe to the show. No, I'll get whatever free influencers and people. Yeah, subscribe here. I'm gonna launch that, try and make a big platform. Basically, the idea is if you're gonna freaking get famous comedian on, famous influencer, famous band, then local bands, starting up bands can freaking sign up and like be outside waiting, and they can do an open mic. And so the goal is we do like a 3-hour show. The big band plays, so people want to see like, oh my god, System of a Down's playing, so they'll buy tickets in person, but also online they'll watch the friggin' 3-hour episode of the TV show. And then if they like comedy, they're like, oh my god, that comedian's doing a friggin' 10-minute set. Like, okay, let me go watch that. And they go watch that. And then, oh, I like that influencer. He only does like YouTube Reels, or he's always doing videos from his house. Let me see him like interact with people. That's cool. I like that band, and I like that comic, or I like that comic, and I like that influencer, or I don't like any of these people, and I hate myself. Or, whatever it is for you. I'm not going to, yuck your yum. Anyways, I think you're intelligent. Smart. Anyway, and so that's the whole thing. Is like, we're going to do that, build a big platform. And so now that everyone's looking for friggin' System of a Down, and friggin' Andrew Dice Clay, and friggin', I don't know, friggin' Mr. Beast. I don't know what the kids are watching. Friggin' Mr. Beast on. They're watching for that. Skibbity, toilet. And then we can throw in some like skits, some segments, some things, like all those Jimmy Fallon clips always go viral. And so it's like, have those, except the actual show is good to watch. So people are coming to see that stuff. And then in between, we have bands getting to play like 2 songs or whatever. And so it's like, you get to like hit the crowd with a 2-song thing. And if you're really good, or even if you like, are kind of good, like the band can talk to you, like the guest, like System of a Down can be like, oh, and then I'll be like, hey, System of a Down, what do you think about that? What was working for you? What do you think was like something that didn't work for you? What do you think they're trying to go for? Who do you think it was for? Whatever they're trying to do, like what's going on there? And if they really like you, it's just like, okay, it's like, hey, do you want to have these guys open for you on tour at your freaking stadiums? And they go, yes, we love it. Let's hear some more songs. And they keep playing more. And it's just like we want to build that platform. And then like, oh, there's the millions of freaking viewers at home. And then the band likes you now. And now this famous comedian knows you and likes you and goes, hey guys, we gotta go see them. And so this is the thing that like, back in the day with Hollywood, it was you'd have the comedians at the freaking Comedy Store and then have freaking Whiskey Go Go. I was in Hollywood like a month ago. Oh my god, it's so depressing now. Like the whole, because that whole industry's died. It was all propped up by like the record sales of physical, albums, and now it's like not a thing. And they haven't figured out how to like get in tune with the digital age. Anyways, the whole point is friggin' that stuff. The reason that was magic was you had comedians hanging out with the friggin' actors, hanging out with the friggin' rock bands, and they'd all be at each other's shows, and then the paparazzi would take photos, and then this whole thing became a scene, a physical thing. So I knew there's a comedy giant thing here. Austin's the live music capital. So I'm like, okay, well like, boom, there. I'm like, what are the new actors of these days? They're famous people for being handsome or whatever. It's like, those are influencers. So it's like, get the influencers, get the comedians, get the rock stars, get them all there in one place. That gets the most eyeballs. Then bands come on and have a place where they can keep coming on throughout the years. And as they get better and better, month to month, year to year. And then before you know it, they're able to build a fan base off being on the show like friggin' twice and getting good. And they're able to open up the bands on tour. And this whole thing builds. There's a band from Mexico called The Warning, these 3 sisters. The reason they got so big is at first they were doing like covers when they were like kids, and so people go, oh my god, like 7-year-olds playing Metallica, it sounds great, this is awesome. But then eventually, freaking opened for Muse on tour, and like they just built this fan base from getting, basically exposure to people, but also nurturing on like how to write better songs, and like work with producers, and like really put your best foot forward when you go to open for a big band. Nothing hurts more than seeing, a band that could be good, that just needs a little help with songwriting, opening for a bigger band, and you're like, this is cool that the bigger band sees these people have talent and didn't say, hey, let's help punch up the songs. I know that might be a little rude to say, but like, honestly, if you actually care about them, you can have some, you can have some candid kindness, candor. I mean, you can find a way to like, hey, let's like help you punch up a song, and how about you come out at the end and play like a song with us, like, something to integrate instead of just throwing them out there and just get freaking killed by the audience. It was like, this sucks. And they put him before the band. So at the show, we're going to put him big band and then little band. I'm talking too much about this stuff. Anyways, that's the reason you should subscribe, is if you care about rock stuff. These guys are not gods. Go do what you want to do. I'm doing my show thing. I'm doing what I want to do. Yeah. And I'll freaking see you in the next video. Like, subscribe. Thank you. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed yourself.
Soften your and soon abuse time.